People think losing $10,000 means something dramatic happened. Maybe a bad investment, maybe a scam, maybe a business failed. But for most people, this is not how they lose money. They lose it slowly, quietly, in small decisions that don't feel like decisions. A subscription here, a delivery there, a phone upgrade, a weekend out, a loan to someone who never pays it back, a car that's a bit more expensive than they can comfortably afford. And because each one feels small, you don't take it seriously. But money does not care whether the decision felt small. Money only adds up. And that is the painful part. Because by the time you notice, it's not one mistake anymore. It's a pattern. You look at the year and you ask yourself, wait, where did all the money go? And the truth is, it didn't disappear. You gave it away. Not once, not every week, every month, in small amounts. The moments when you are tired, stressed, bored, pressured, or trying to feel better. And this is why many smart people still feel broke. Not because they are stupid, not because they are lazy, but because their money is leaking from too many small holes. Let me give you an example. Let's say you spend an extra $20 a day without really thinking. Maybe food, maybe transport, maybe snacks, maybe random online payments, maybe helping someone because you feel guilty. $20 doesn't sound too crazy, right? But $20 a day is around $600 a month. That's over $7,000 a year. And for many people, it's not even $20, it's more. Because you also have the big invisible costs. The expensive apartment you chose because it looked better. The car payment that makes you feel successful but quietly eats your future. The small loan you gave out but never came back. The lifestyle you upgraded before your savings upgraded. And now suddenly, $10,000 a year is not shocking anymore. It's normal. It is happening. The problem is that most people only respect big financial decisions. They fear losing $10,000 in a day, but they do not fear losing $10,000 in 12 months because slow loss feels normal. And that is dangerous because if you lose money slowly enough, you can convince yourself that nothing is wrong. You are still eating, you're still paying rent, you're still moving around, you're still surviving. So you think you're fine. But your future is the one paying the price. Your emergency fund is not growing, your investments are not growing, your freedom is not growing. And your peace is not growing too. And then one day, something happens. A medical bill, a job problem, a family emergency, a car issue. And suddenly you realize that money you thought was harmless spending was actually your protection. The money was supposed to be your buffer, your savings, your options, your confidence, your ability to say no, your ability to breathe. This is why I think the first real money skill is not investment. It is noticing. Noticing where your money goes, noticing what you buy when you're emotional, noticing where people make you spend more, noticing the places that make you careless, noticing which payments leave your account when you're not thinking about them, because you cannot fix what you refuse to look at. And I know it's not always easy, but sometimes spending is not just spending. Spending is comfort. Spending is status, it's guilt, it's pressure, it's boredom. Sometimes it is you trying to prove it to yourself that life is improving. But the problem is, if every emotional moment becomes a financial decision, your money will never be safe. So what do? You don't need to become extreme. You don't need to stop enjoying life. You don't need to live like you're suffering, but you need a system. First, check your last 30 days. Not in your head, actually check. Look at your bank app, look at mobile money, look at card payments, look at subscriptions, look at loans, food, transport. Look at the small things that keep, dismissing. And ask one honest question. Would I choose this again if I was thinking clearly? That question alone saves you a lot of money. Second, create a money buffer. Even if it starts small, because when you have no buffer, every problem becomes a crisis. And when every problem becomes a crisis, you keep making expensive decisions. You borrow badly, you panic, you sell things early, you accept pressure, you lose peace. A buffer is not just money, a buffer is emotional protection. Third, stop upgrading your life too quickly. This one is hard because when income increases, you naturally want life to feel better. And that's okay, but if your lifestyle grows faster than your savings, you are not actually becoming richer. You are just becoming more expensive to maintain. And that's a trap because now you need more money just to feel normal. Fourth, choose one or two areas where you will be strict. Not everywhere, just one or two. Maybe food delivery, maybe subscriptions, maybe transport, maybe clothes, maybe lending money, maybe entertainment. Because sometimes trying to control everything makes you control nothing. But controlling one major leak can change the whole year. And finally, give your money a job before emotions give it one. When money enters your account, decide where it goes. It could go to savings, investments, bills, giving, spending, business, whatever matters to you. But decide early, because money without a plan always finds a way to live, and usually it lives quietly. So yes, you cannot lose $10,000 in one mistake, but you can lose it in small, normal, everyday choices. And that's the part people underestimate. The goal is not to become scared of spending. The goal is to become awake. Because once you become aware, you start seeing the leaks. And once you see the leaks, you can close them. And once you close them, your money starts working for you, not against you.